Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boy Vega Bomber, and welcome to Vega Bomberland Mobile Edition. Yeah, guys, sorry it's been a couple of weeks since the last video, but I got that worked out now, so you should be seeing these videos more regularly. So thank you, all 123 of you. Thanks for supporting this small fledgling little channel that maybe one day grows up. But at any rate, it's time for me to talk about my half-year movie report, because can you believe it already? It's already June 2018, so it's already warm enough to start wearing t-shirts and whatnot, because it gets so hot, especially here in Texas. So I haven't seen as many movies this year as I normally would see. I really haven't, because I really haven't been that excited, except for a few, and those ones were the ones who actually made it into my list. So without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into the best movies of 2018 that I've seen thus far. And at this point, there's 5 of them. Now, there's a few more movies coming out later on this year that I can't wait to see, like Equalizer 2 and Soledad, which is like Sicario 2. There's a few other movies like that, and Jurassic World, all that stuff I want to see. But at this point, they haven't come out yet. So here are the top 5 movies that I've seen thus far in 2018 that I think pretty good. Pretty entertaining at the least. At number 5 would be Deadpool 2. Yes, so I went with a bunch of friends to go see this. I'm not really a Ryan Reynolds fan. I know, weird, right? And I'm not really a Deadpool fan either. I don't really care for that superhero, but I get it. Some people think it's great. So this movie was a good time because there were a lot of funny one-liners. There's a lot of pieces to this that you could just tell would be fun for 5 or 8 guys who are going out just to have a couple of beers and just laugh at a movie. This movie definitely accomplishes that. And so because of that, Deadpool 2 is at number 5. At number 4 on my list is The Isle of Dogs. Yes, surprisingly enough, the new Wes Anderson movie, which is a stop-motion animated comedy film about a boy who loses his dog because it's set in Japan, but it's because the president or the ruler of Japan decided that since there was an outbreak of disease, all dogs need to be banished to an island. So this Japanese boy is just trying to find his dog, and so this whole story entails. This is probably a surprise hit of the year. This could make that list. If I were doing the surprise hit movies of 2018, Isle of Dogs would be on it. This is a very well-crafted film, and it's a good time. So if you haven't seen it in the theaters, you can at least watch it on Blu-ray when it comes out on Blu-ray. So Isle of Dogs at number 4. At number 3 is Quiet Place. Yes, the movie by John Krasinski, and he and his wife, Emily Blunt. So they do this film that's more of a suspense, thriller, horror film, I guess, in a way you could see it as any of those 3 things. But for sure, thriller and for sure, suspense. And so this movie is great because it's about this family that, you know, they're here post invasion of some aliens, and they have to not make a sound because these aliens, these monsters, have super sensitive hearing, and if they hear you, you're done. They got blazing speed down on top of you in seconds, and they just take you apart. So here they are, this whole movie with the tension of you can't make a sound, you can't burp, you can't step on a squeaky floor, because if you do, they're there. So it's very juicy in that sense, and I thought, what a great film, what a great suspense film. This brings up the level of horror movies, if you want to consider it a horror movie. So wow, I thought it was a great job by all the actors, because I mean, imagine having to just be still and not say nothing and convey everything that you're doing just with your gestures. I think there's only maybe 28 lines of dialogue in the whole movie. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So number 3, definitely A Quiet Place. I'd say the second best movie that I've seen this year is Black Panther. Yes, I thought it was going to be my favorite movie so far, but it's my second favorite film of the year. And I've been waiting for Black Panther since the 90s when I heard that Wesley Snipes was going to try to do it. So this film had a lot of importance for me, and I thought it was a good film. It wasn't the greatest film out there. It wasn't the worst film out there. But I thought it was really good. And Ryan Coogler delivers. And I love the storytelling between how he was showing how Africans and African Americans, they have a rift. Most people aren't necessarily aware of that. They think that just because we're all black, or people are black, that they all share a same common monolithic type issue, but it's really different, and there is a skirmish between the two and how they're viewed and seen here in America and how they view each other. So I was surprised that a Disney film, a superhero film at that, would be that deep to cover it. Now, some people tried to get into identity politics and say it was that, but I really think that's a shallow argument, because Black Panther was created for that very reason. I mean, he was the first black superhero in comics, mainstream comics, in '66. So comic books have been out since the 30s, and it took 30-something years later before people realized, hey, can't black people be superheroes too? Can't other people be superheroes as well? And so Black Panther already kind of has that baked into him. He's unlike Captain America and Green Lantern and Wonder Woman and all the rest, because this was not the case. So the film itself was good. The acting was great. The cast was good. The storyline I was fine with. There's some people that try to pick certain things apart about the movie, but I think it was well done, and I think we got another good villain to add up there with Zemo and Loki, because Killmonger, I thought, was very threatening, very menacing, and he's dangerous. He was a dangerous dude. That's why they called him Killmonger. So loved Black Panther, but I have it at number 2, not number 1. So there it is. And the only reason why it's at number 2 is because of number 1. And number 1 is Avengers Infinity War. Yes, I was absolutely enthralled with this movie. This movie had me extremely excited, and I was satisfied by it. Because, it's kind of hard to do another movie about the Avengers. We've already had 3.5 if you count Civil War. Even though that's supposed to be a Captain America film. But how could you do this film already with everything that we know, and everything we've kind of already seen about destruction by aliens coming in and doing stuff? We saw that in the first Avengers, but here we go with Thanos, and it was done well by the Russo brothers. They made sure they focused on the villain, because Thanos has been teased for the last 8 years, and now we finally see who he is, and I thought Josh Brolin did a great job portraying him. And so this movie was incredible. I've seen Black Panther more, but Infinity War is a movie I'd watch several times again. And that, for Vega Bomber, is a big seal of approval. When I'll watch a movie in the theater more than once, that means it was a really good movie. I'm not afraid to spend money on something that I know is good. Some people might say, well, why don't you just go watch something else? There's really not that much to pick from in the theaters right now. It's about to change here in a couple of weeks, because we're about to get The Incredibles 2, Jurassic World, Soledad, which is the part 2 of Sicario, and also Equalizer 2, which those I definitely want to see, especially Equalizer 2. So yes, Avengers Infinity War takes the cake as my number 1 movie that I've seen thus far in 2018. So what's on your list of the best movies of 2018 thus far? Tell me in the comments section, and I'll meet you down there, and we'll chat it up about movies. Anyway, it's your boy Vega Bomber, and I'm out. You.